Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for another episode of Secret Invasion, Season 1, Episode 4, Beloved. Welcome, everybody. Let me take care of some business first, and we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up here just for you. And if you like what you see there, please hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can, hit that like button and the share button as well. And if you want to know when I'll be on live again next, go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it every week. And, you get to hear all the different shit that happens here and all that stuff. Also, I have all the links to my social media there and all the links to my pages as well. All right, let's get to it, shall we? Ooh, stuff's moving. Sorry. I was trying to adjust this right before I came on, and of course, it's decided to have a life of its own now at this point. So, one more time. There we go. If it's not one thing, it's another. Spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section as my voice changes there. So, give you enough time to go away, whatever you need to do, pause, go and watch the episode, all that kind of stuff. All right. So I was right about one thing. Gia wasn't dead, obviously. And then I was wrong about another thing, that Rhodey was a Skrull. So, okay. So we got that. Again, another fucking slow episode, shorter this time around. But we've got 2 episodes left. That's it. And this is like the most boring Marvel show that I've been watching in a long time. I'm hoping they're getting someplace with this because good Lord, man, this is just really shitty. And also Nick Fury should be dead at this point because he survived 3 different times that he should have been dead. So once he finds out that Rhodey is a Skrull, he ends up breaking into Rhodey's place, Skrull Rhodey's place, which we find out, by the way, is a female Skrull that's impersonating Rhodey. So Rhodey's been captured by the Skrulls, obviously, and is being impersonated, by a Skrull, of course. So Nick goes into this, of course, after his wife Priscilla has been told by Skrull Rhodey to kill him, and they both sit at the table, with their guns pointed at each other. Well, actually, I should say before they do that, he meets up with Skrull Rhodey, and he should have been dead right there. That's where he should have been dead. Skrull Rhodey, yes, was taken by surprise, probably didn't have a weapon at hand, but probably should have, given that they're a Skrull and they have infiltrated the government. They're right next to the president. You would think they would have a weapon at hand. The second time when, his wife, Priscilla, when she has the gun, he knows she's out to kill him, and they both fire at the wall behind each other. Again, you could say they're both in love with each other, not going to kill each other. All right, I can give that. But the third time, he should have been fucking dead. So the third time is when President Ritson's, parade there, his car cavalcade gets attacked by Gravik. And, Gravik's supposed to be posing as a Russian. Yeah. And it's a messy scene where you have, I didn't know who was fighting who, quite honestly. And I guess that's supposed to be the whole point of it, is you're not supposed to know who's fighting who. But at one point, Gravik goes super Skrull, and we see him using the Groot arms and strangling people and killing people using his Groot powers. He's also, of course, using the Extremists to heal from any kind of bullet wounds, anything like that. Fury and Talos get the president out of the car, but Talos gets shot. And Nick brings the president over to his car, and as he's going to go back for Talos, of course, Gravik has gotten to him first, stabs Talos, and that's the end of Talos that we get at this point. They're standing across from each other, Gravik and Nick Fury, and Fury's no kind of thing, and that's where Gravik should have killed Nick Fury. All he had to do was use the Groot arm and put a hole through the other eye, the good eye, or through his neck, or strangle him, or pick him up and rip him into 15 different pieces like we've seen Groot do before. Instead, he lets him go. He lets Nick Fury go with the president. Um, and again, this is somebody who Gravik has sent multiple people to go out and kill Nick Fury, and they failed at every single time they've tried and do it. So I don't understand why he lets him live. I mean, literally, they are standing about 10 feet away from each other. Perfect angle for him to use his Groot arm, strangle him, again, impale him, do something to Nick Fury, but he lets him walk away. I mean, Fury is shitting himself at this point. He knows what Gravik can do, and he's like, all I've got is a fucking gun. That's it. I'm fucked. And Gravik does nothing. Yeah, just horrible episode. But yeah, of course, now Nick has to tell Gia that her father is dead. And of course, they've had a falling out, Gia and Talos, because he's still idealistic that if the scrolls show that they are there in good faith, that the humans will give them amnesty on Earth and let them live there, the million that are there. And she's like, you are fucking delusional. You are just really fucking delusional. This is after her being shot by Gravik and left for dead. And by the way, she has the extremist potion in her. We got to see it in a flashback how she was able to give herself extremist powers. So that's how she was able to survive all of that. But yeah, she basically told her father that he's fucking delusional, and she walks away from him. And that's the last. And again, this is the same kind of thing that happened with her and her mother, where she had a fight with her mother, she walked away, and her mother died. So yeah, she's probably gonna feel like shit after all of this, but and she's probably gonna blame Fury for it, most likely. Don't be surprised on that one. And I'm fairly sure the next two episodes, well, the next episode at least, is going to be Fury trying to get Gia on his side and trying to get her not to kill him, of course, and work with him and also help Ritson as well. President Ritson see the light of scrolls, on Earth. So it's going to be another long, boring episode is what's going to happen, but it's probably going to be short. It'll probably be about 35 minutes. This one was 38 minutes. So again, not the best of episodes, not the best of series, not the best of acting, not the best of directing. Decent special effects in this one, finally. It looks like they spent some money on those. But yeah, everything else, this series is just, it's dead in the water. I mean, there's just nothing going on. I mean, I even came up with some more interesting ideas. Is that Nick Fury doesn't know that he's actually a Skrull, and Gravik is using him in order to further his agenda. He's using Skrull Nick Fury in order to do this. And again, this is just me kind of riffing off of what we already have here and what can make this thing better. And of course, you have your big twist at the end that, oh my God, Nick Fury's always been a Skrull, and he doesn't know it, and he is working for Gravik, and some reason or another, that's the reason why he's off his game. And yeah, I mean, there are ways of doing it to make this series better in the end here, but I really don't see that happening. The writing has been subpar, so I'm fairly sure what we see is what we get. We're not getting any more than what we see here. So, That's all I'm going to say on that. Yeah. So what else do I have going on for the rest of this week? Well, I'm off tomorrow. Friday, I'm going to try and do another Is It Worth My Time? And this time around, yes, the often threatened Mrs. Davis, which is on Peacock. I'm going to cover that in Is It Worth My Time? Saturday, I'll be off. Sunday will be another episode of Is It Worth My, excuse me, the Sunday edition of Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the week and any genre stuff that you guys want to talk about, and we talk about it because there's a lot of stuff coming out casting wise, which is kind of funny because I believe SAG-AFTRA is going to vote tonight whether or not to strike. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Because if that happens, that means both the writers and the actors are on strike at that point, and shit's getting shut down. Which looks to be the case on all of this. Yeah. And then, of course, Monday I'll be off. Tuesday, you know what? Actually, Monday I might not be off. Monday will probably be another Is It Worth My Time, depending on what's coming on this weekend. Tuesday I'll be off. Wednesday we roll back around again to Secret Invasion and see the boringness happen some more. Excuse me. So with that said, I'm gonna let you guys go for the rest of the night. Thank you to the one of you lurkers out there. I see a lurker that's in my, queue there. Thank you for watching, and thank you if you made it this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up here just for you. Yes, you out there. And if you like what you see there, please hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can, hit that like button, the share button as well. And if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I'm usually close to it. I will let you know if I'm not going to be on. Work is usually what gets in the way. Otherwise, and also there's all my links that are there on suspendedfanimation.com, plus the schedule. And underneath the schedule is future stuff, like all the stuff that's, well, not all the stuff, but a good smattering of stuff that is coming out genre wise to TV, movies, all that kind of stuff. All right. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you, everyone. I will see you again on Friday, hopefully. Until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may mess up an opportunity to kill Nick Fury because everyone else has at this point. But liquid trackers in Pappy Van Winkle, don't get me started on that either. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again on Friday. Until then, stay safe, be well, take care, and have a good rest of your night. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.